Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. If you collect baseball cards from the 1950s or 1960s, you may recognize that on occasion, Topps and Bowman have used the same image of a player more than once for their card. Well, Iconic Al from Iconic Baseball, he is doing his first ever VR contest. He's calling it the Double Take VR contest. And what he wants us to do is show two or more issues featuring the same image of the player. Well, I have a couple examples to show off, so let's turn the camera around and check them out. All right, before I show off the examples, I do want to make mention that I will have a link to Iconic Al, Iconic Baseball's channel in the description of this video. If you're not familiar with his channel, definitely go check it out. Al's a great guy, a great member of the YouTube sports card community. So again, as part of this VR contest, if you haven't heard of his channel or seen any of his videos, definitely go check his channel out. All right, the first example that I have is actually from Bowman. And if you're familiar with the 1950 and 51 Bowman sets, oftentimes they used the same image in the 1950 Bowman set that they used in 1951. The 51 set just happens to be a larger image because this card size is larger. But this one here actually is an example of a earlier card. So we have the 1949 Bowman Warren Spahn and his 1951 counterpart. I don't have his 1950 Bowman yet, but it is essentially the same image here that you see now. This one is more of the actual photograph, and this is a colorized version of it. So maybe if I do something like this, you can tell that it is the same image of Warren Spahn there. Again, this is the 1949 is more of the actual picture that has been colorized a little bit, and this one is more of the drawing of Warren Spahn. So there's one example. Another example I have is of Hank Aaron, and here's his 1968 Topps. And you can see it's the same image in his next 1969 Topps. Just maybe the zoom. Of course, this looks like a slightly larger image. You have more of his uniform there, and with the border of the 68, it's just cut off a little bit, but it is the same image there of Hank Aaron. Another example I have, and poor Corey Yastrzemski, Topps did it to him twice. So the first example I have for Corey Yastrzemski is his 63 and 64 Topps cards. You can see it's the same image there, and this time it almost looks like it's the one isn't zoomed in. Maybe this one just a little bit closer, but it's essentially the same exact image that they used for 1963 and 1964. And they did it to Carl again, and similar to Hank Aaron, it's the 68 and 69. And as you can see, again, this is more of a zoomed in, larger photo, but it's essentially the same image of Corey Yastrzemski. Now, the use by Topps of the same image more than once is not isolated to just vintage cards. I have some examples from my Wade Boggs collection. Now, since Topps and other card companies have been making cards of Wade Boggs since he retired after the 1999 season, obviously there are no new images of Wade, no new hitting images, fielding images, you name it. So they have to recycle old images. So I have, I think, 6 examples of the same image, and there's probably more in my collection and other examples of multiple cards with the same image of Wade Boggs. But the first one here is 2012 Topps Golden Greats. So this is one of the images that I really like of Wade, that follow through swing. So that's from 2012 Topps Golden Greats insert. The next example I have, and let me actually set this up here so you can see the examples. All right, so we'll put this here. There's the Golden Greats. Then the next one is 2012 Topps Triple Threads. You can see it's that same image there. Then they used it again in 2015 Topps Update, the first home run insert card. Then they used it again in 2016 for one of their insert sets in Topps Tribute. This is their one of the autograph inserts and the red parallel. One of my actual favorite Wade Boggs cards. Just love the color combination on card autograph. But as you can see, it's that same image. Another example I have is from 2018 Topps Museum Collection. Now this is a insert here with instead of an autograph, some game used memorabilia. But if I show this a little bit closer here, you can see that it is the same image again. And the final example I have is from 2021 Topps X Derek Jeter, which I believe was an online exclusive set for Topps. And there it is again. And again, these were just going through some of the rows in my card catalog and just thumbing through and pulling out random cards that had the same image of Wade Boggs. And finally, I have another example that I want to show off. And it just so happens that when Iconic Al announced this contest, this was, other than maybe the couple vintage cards, this was one example that I remembered of this player. I may have been doing a video very early on in my channel, and I remembered spotting or noticing that, hey, this is the same image that Topps used on another card of this player. So I immediately thought of these cards, so I decided to show them off as well. And there are two cards of Frank Thomas. The first one is from 2011, Topps the Diamond Anniversary Parallel. As you see here, he's running the bases. Nice shiny card there. And they used the same image in the 2013 Gypsy Queen. Now this is the mini version. So if I can get this to focus here. There we go. You can see it is the same running image of Frank Thomas. Now this is more of a artistic interpretation of the image, but as you can clearly see, they used the same image there for the design of the Gypsy Queen, as well as this Topps Diamond Anniversary. I want to say this was a image variation card in the set, and then of course there was a parallel version of this Diamond Anniversary. So there you go, multiple examples of where Topps and Bowman have used the same image of a player on multiple cards. So Al, thanks for thinking about this, putting together this great contest. It was fun, especially looking through the Boggs cards to try to find some examples. And like I said, without too much effort, I found 6 examples showing the same image of Wade Boggs. So with that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.